Good morning to all of you. Next point 14.6, specific heat capacity. Now the specific heat capacity of different gases and solid we have to see under this point. Now first is 14.6.1 monoatomic gases. We are know that monoatomic gas means the gas having a only single atom. Okay, therefore that gas is known as monoatomic gas. We know that the monoatomic gas having a three translation motion. One translation motion is along x-axis, another translation motion is along y-axis, and another translation motion is along z-axis. Means the gas will be either move along x-axis or move along a y-axis or move along a z-axis. Therefore, the monoatomic gas having a only three translation motion. There will be no rotational motion and no vibrational motion. Therefore, the each atom of monoatomic gas, the each atom of monoatomic gas, each atom of monoatomic gas has only three translation motion, has only three translational motion. Okay, one motion is along x-axis, another is along y-axis, and third is along z-axis. Okay, therefore each degrees of freedom, we know that each degrees of freedom three translation motion. Okay, therefore it's a degrees of freedom of monoatomic gas is how much? 3 degrees of freedom. Therefore each degrees of freedom contributes energy how much? 1 by 3 1 by 2 kBT. Okay, each degrees of freedom contributes energy 1 by 2 kBT, and here how many degrees of freedom? That is 3 degrees of freedom. All that 3 are the translation degrees of freedom, means the translation motion, 3 translation motion. Therefore the degrees of freedom of monoatomic gas is 3, and each degrees of freedom contributes half kBT. Therefore the total internal energy of one molecules of monoatomic gas is that internal energy is either write U or E. Therefore internal energy U is equal to, for one monoatomic gas, okay, for one molecules of monoatomic gas, or for one atom of monoatomic gas is, or one molecules, whatever you have to write. Okay, we have to write one molecules, it is better, one molecules of monoatomic gas. Okay, there are 3 degrees of freedom and each degrees of freedom contributes a half kBT. Therefore 3 into half kBT. Okay, each degrees of freedom contributes half kBT, and there are 3 degrees of freedom. Therefore 3 into half kBT. Therefore its internal energy is 3 by 2 kBT. Now this is the internal energy of one molecules of monoatomic gas. Therefore there are number of molecules. Therefore the internal energy for 1 mole. Okay, here is molecule and here is mole. Okay, therefore in 1 mole how many number of atoms are there? There are Na number of atoms. Okay, therefore the internal energy for 1 mole of monoatomic gas is, okay, there are Na number of molecules. Therefore internal energy U is equal to 3 by 2 into kBT, and there are Na, okay, Na number of molecules are present in 1 mole. Therefore, in 1 mole, Na molecules are present. Okay, Na number of molecules are present in 1 mole. Therefore, we have to multiply with Na, and we know that Kb into Na is nothing but R. Therefore, internal energy U is equal to 3 by 2 RT. Okay, since R is equal to Kb into Na. Okay, therefore the internal energy of monoatomic gas is 3 by 2 RT. Okay, therefore this is the internal energy of monoatomic gas. And now we know that using the second law of thermodynamics, first law of thermodynamics, using first law of thermodynamics, what is the first law of thermodynamics? dq is equal to du plus delta w. Okay, dq is equal to du plus delta w. Now divide both the side by dt. Therefore dq divided by dt, okay, is equal to du divided by dt plus delta w divided by dt. Okay, now at constant volume, okay, when the volume is constant, at constant volume the work done delta w remains 0. Okay, how delta w is 0? Delta w is nothing but P into delta V. Okay, at constant volume delta V remains 0. Okay, delta V remains 0, therefore delta w remains 0. Therefore at constant volume dq by dt at constant volume is equal to du by dt. Okay, then you know that dq by dt at constant volume is nothing but molar specific heat capacity Cv. Therefore Cv is equal to du by dt. Now this Cv is known as molar specific heat capacity. Molar specific heat capacity at constant volume. Okay, molar specific heat capacity at constant volume. Therefore molar specific heat capacity at constant volume Cv is equal to du by dt. Then what is the u? Okay, then what is the u? U is 3 by 2 RT. Okay, u is the total internal energy of monoatomic gas. The total internal energy of monoatomic gas is 3 by 2 RT, and this is this molar specific heat capacity at constant volume is Cv is equal to du by dt. Therefore d by dt of what is the internal energy of monoatomic gas? 3 by 2 RT. Therefore d by dt of 3 by 2 RT. Here 3 by 2 and R is constant, therefore taking outside 3 by 2 and R is taking outside, then d here is only t remaining, therefore dt by dt. dt by dt means dt cancel, this is remains 1. Therefore molar specific heat capacity at constant volume for monoatomic gas is 3 by 2 R. Okay, now this is the molar specific heat capacity at constant volume. Molar specific heat capacity at constant volume. Now we have to find out the molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure. Now we know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. We know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. From that Cp is equal to Cv plus R. Then what is this Cv? Then Cv is 3 by 2 R. Therefore Cp is equal to 3 by 2 into R plus R. From here R we have to taking a common. Therefore 3 by 2 plus 1 into R. Then 3 by 2 plus 1, we get 5 by 2 into this R. 3 by 2 plus 1 is 5 by 2. Therefore, Cp is equal to 5 by 2 plus R. What is this Cp? This is the molar specific heat. Molar specific heat at constant pressure. Okay, therefore the molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure for monoatomic gas is 5 by 2 R, and the ratio of molar specific heat capacities is given by, that is gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Then what is the Cp value? 5 by 2 into R. Then what is the Cv value? Cv value is 3 by 2 into R divided by 3 by 2 into R. R cancel, then it is 5 by 2 into, when the denominator is goes into numerator, it is converse, means reverse, that is 2 by 3. 2 cancel, then 5 by 3. Okay, therefore the ratio of the specific heat capacities of monoatomic gas is 5 by 3. Now next for diatomic gas. Now next 14.6.2, the specific heat capacity for diatomic gases. Okay, in diatomic gases there are two types of diatomic gases. In one diatomic gases, the vibrational modes will be absent, and another one if the vibrational mode is present. Now first, where the vibration mode is present, for that is rigid rotor. Okay, in rigid rotor the vibration modes are absent. Okay, in rigid rotor, which is a diatomic molecules. Okay, now this is the diatomic molecule. In rigid rotor, that is 3 translation motion. Okay, 3 translation motions and 2 rotational motions. Okay, therefore how many degrees of freedom? 5 degrees of freedom. Okay, 3 translation motion and 2 rotational motion. Therefore there are 5 translation motions. Okay, therefore for each translation motion, therefore the internal energy of one molecules of rigid rotor is, the internal energy of one molecules of rigid rotor is the internal energy E or U, which is equal to that is translation energy and rotational energy. Okay, then you know that the translation energy, how many translation modes? 3 translation energy. Therefore 3 into, and each translation energy mode, okay, contributes a half kBt. Okay, plus 2 rotational mode. Therefore 2 into, in each rotational mode the internal energy contributes a half kBt. Therefore half kBt. Okay, 3 translation modes and 2 rotational modes. Therefore that is 3 by 2 kBt plus, okay, 2 rotational modes. Therefore 2 by 2 means 1, that is kBt. Therefore 3 by 2 kBt plus 1 kBt, you get 5 by 2 kBt. Now this is the internal energy of one molecules. Therefore the internal energy of 1 mole of gas. Now the internal energy for 1 mole of gas, okay, for 1 mole of gas, then internal energy is equal to 5 by 2 kBt. In 1 mole of gas, the number of particles are Na. Therefore we have to multiply with Na. This is the internal energy for one molecules. Okay, this is the internal energy of one molecules, and this is the internal energy of 1 mole of gas. In 1 mole of gas, the number of atoms or the number of molecules are Na. Therefore, we have to multiply internal energy of 1 molecules with Na. Then you get a internal energy of 1 mole of gas. Then you know that Kb into Na is equal to R. Therefore, internal energy is 5 by 2 into RT. Therefore, the internal energy of rigid rotor is 5 by 2 RT. Then the specific heat, molar specific heat capacity, molar specific heat capacity at constant volume, at constant volume is molar specific heat capacity at constant volume, Cv is equal to du by dt. Okay, Cv is equal to du by dt. We have already, this formula is derived in previous case. That is Cv is equal to du by dt. Therefore, molar specific heat capacity at constant volume is Cv is equal to du by dt. Therefore, Cv is equal to d by dt of, then what is the internal energy of monoatomic rigid rotor is 5 by 2 RT. Therefore, 5 by 2 RT. Here 5 by 2 and R is constant. Therefore, we are taking outside 5 by 2 into R. Then dt by dt. Then dt by dt is cancelled. It is 1. Therefore, molar specific heat capacity at constant volume is 5 by 2 R. 5 by 2 R. Therefore, the molar specific heat capacity for rigid rotor is 5 by 2 R. Then we have to find out the molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure. Then we know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Therefore, Cp is equal to Cv plus R. Then what is the Cv? 5 by 2 into R plus R. From that we are taking a R is common. Therefore, 5 by 2 plus 1 into R. 5 by 2 plus 1 is nothing but 7 by 2 R. Therefore, the molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure is 7 by 2 R. Now, this is the molar specific heat capacity. Molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure. Okay, molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure is 7 by 2 into R. Molar specific heat capacity of rigid rotor at constant pressure. Then the ratio of molar specific heat capacities, okay, that ratio gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Then what is the Cp? 7 by 2 into R. Then what is the Cv? Cv is 5 by 2 into R. R get cancelled. Then this is 7 by 2 into 2 by 5. 2 cancel. Therefore, the ratio are 7 by 5. Therefore, the ratio of molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure to the molar specific heat capacity at constant volume, the ratio, that is gamma, is equal to 7 by 5, which is for monoatomic rigid rotor. Now, the monoatomic gas, the second kind of monoatomic gas are when the vibration modes are present. Okay, in a diatomic molecules is not a rigid rotor, then what happens? Okay, if diatomic molecules is not a rigid rotor, okay, in this case in this case the diatomic molecules consist of three translation modes, two rotational modes, and one vibrational modes. Okay, therefore the internal energy of one molecules of gas is, okay, therefore the internal energy E or U is equal to, that is depends upon, the internal energy depends upon rotational motion and that is, sorry, the internal energies depend upon translation motion, rotational motion and vibrational motion. Okay, there are three translation motion, two rotational motion and one vibrational motion. Therefore 3 into translation motion, each translation motion consists of, its a contribution of internal energy is 1 by 2 kBt, and one here are how many rotational motion, two rotational motion, each rotational motion contributes the energy half kBt. Okay, plus here are how many vibrational modes, one vibrational modes, and one vibrational modes contributes the energy, that is kBt. Okay, in previous point we have see that is equipartition of energy. Okay, each vibrational mode contributes the energy kBt. Okay, kBt. Therefore each vibrational mode contributes the energy is kBt, each rotational modes contributes the energy half kBt, and each translation modes contributes the half kBt. Therefore its a translation energy is 3 by 2 kBt, and its a total rotational energy is 2 into 1 by 2 kBt, means it is kBt, plus its vibrational energy is kBt. Therefore kBt is common, therefore 3 by 2 plus 1 into kBt. Therefore 3 by 2 plus 1 you get 7 by 2 kBt. Therefore it's a total internal energy of one molecules of gas is 7 by 2 kBt. Now the internal energy of 1 moles of gas, 1 moles of gas is, okay, in 1 moles of gas how many number of particles, Na number of particles, therefore 7 by 2 kBt into Na, then Na into kB is nothing but R, therefore 7 by 2 RT. Therefore the internal energy when the diatomic molecules are not a rigid rotor, the internal energy is 7 by 2 RT. Now the molar specific heat capacity at constant volume, the molar specific heat capacity at constant volume, that is Cv is equal to du by dt. Then what is the u? U is 7 by 2 RT. Therefore d by dt of 7 by 2 RT. Then 7 by 2 and R is constant, therefore 7 by 2 into R, that is dt by dt cancel. Therefore molar specific heat capacity at constant volume is 7 by 2 into R. Now next we know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Therefore Cp is equal to Cv plus R. Then what is the Cv? Cv is 7 by 2 into R plus R. Then 7 by 2, here R is common, therefore 7 by 2 plus R into R. 7 by 2 plus 1, we get 9 by 2 into R. Therefore the molar specific heat capacity at constant pressure is Cp is equal to 9 by 2 into R. Now the ratio of molar specific heat capacity, okay, that is gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Then what is the Cp? 9 by 2 into R. Then what is the Cv? 7 by 2 into R. 2 cancel. Then 9 by 2 into 2 by 7. 2 cancel. Therefore the ratios of molar specific heat capacity when the diatomic molecules are not a rigid rotor, the ratio is 9 by 7. Okay, now next point we have to see the mole, that is specific heat capacity of polyatomic gases. Now next point, molar specific heat capacity when the polyatomic gases, okay, specific heat capacity at polyatomic gases. Okay, for we have to consider that the polyatomics means more than 2 atoms of gas molecules are present, then that are said as a polyatomic gas. Now for our consideration we take 3 atoms, okay, we take 3 atoms. Now this is the first atom, now this is the second atom, now this is the third atom, okay, and they are bonding like at that. Okay, in this case that 3 atoms, okay, means the molecules of 3 atoms are either goes along x-axis, either goes along y-axis, and either goes along z-axis. Means in this case okay, 3 translation modes of vibration, okay, 3 translation motion, okay, 3 translation motions, and how many rotational motions we have to see. Okay, how many rotational motions? Okay, now this is the x-axis, okay, along that x-axis it can be rotate about that, okay, means along x-axis it can be rotate, means along x-axis 1 rotational. Now suppose this is the y-axis, okay, then along y-axis it can be rotate like that, okay, means along y-axis it can be rotate like that, okay, means that 2 molecules are goes from here to here and 1 molecules from here to here, means along x-axis rotation is possible, along y-axis rotation is possible. Now suppose this is the z-axis, now along z-axis, okay, it can be rotate like that, okay, means 1 rotation is along x-axis, 1 rotation is along y-axis, and 1 rotation is along z-axis, means there are 3 rotational motions may be possible, means there are 3 translation motions, and that is rotational are 3 rotational motion, 3 rotational motion, okay, there are 3 translation motion, there are 3 rotational motions, and in vibrational motion, okay, here we have only consider 3 atoms. For that purpose here are 3 bonds, okay, therefore these bonds may be vibrates, okay, and there will be possibility of this bond will be vibrates or this bond will be vibrates, means there are many number of vibrational modes are possible, okay, therefore we consider F modes of vibration, F modes of vibration. Okay, here F having minimum 1 modes. Okay, minimum 1 modes or maximum whatever it may be modes. Therefore there are F modes of vibration. Okay, there are F modes of vibration. There are 3 translation motions and 3 rotational motions. There are 3 translation motions, 3 rotational motions. Okay, and F modes of vibration. Okay, 3 translation modes okay, and 3 rotational motions and F number of vibrational motions. Therefore the internal energy of one molecules, okay, the internal energy of one molecules is the internal energy which is depends upon translation motion and rotational motion and vibrational motion. Okay, then there are how many translation motions? Therefore 3 translation motion, and each mode of translation motion contributes the energy half kBt. Okay, then how many rotational modes? Here 3 rotational modes, therefore 3 into each rotational modes contributes half kBt. Okay, and here are how many vibrational modes? F vibrational modes, therefore F, and each vibrational modes contributes the energy kBt, therefore F into kBt. Therefore its translation energy is 3 by 2 kBt. Okay, and its rotational energy is also 3 by 2 kBt, and its vibrational energy is F into kBt. Therefore 3 by 2 kBt and 3 by 2 kBt, you get 3 kBt plus F kBt. Here kBt we have to taking as a common, therefore 3 plus F into kBt. Now this is the internal energy for one molecules of gas. Now the internal energy for 1 moles of gas. Now the internal energy for 1 moles of gas, that is internal energy U is equal to 3 plus F into kBt, and in 1 moles of gas how many number of particles? Na number of particles, therefore kb into Na is R. Therefore internal energy of 1 moles of gas is 3 plus F into RT. Now this is the internal energy for 1 moles of gas. Now the specific heat capacity at constant volume. Now the molar specific heat capacity at constant volume. Cv is equal to du by dt. Okay, then d by dt of, then what is the internal energy? Internal energy of polyatomic gas is 3 plus F into R3. 3 plus F into RT. Now 3 plus F constant, R is constant, therefore taking outside 3 plus F into R, we have to taking outside. Okay, or okay, 3 plus F and R constant taking outside, then dt by dt cancel. Therefore specific heat capacity at constant volume is 3 plus F into R. Now we know that we have to find out the specific heat capacity at constant pressure. Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Therefore Cp is equal to Cv plus R. Then what is the Cv? Cv is 3 plus F into R plus this R. Okay, we have to split up this bracket, that is 3R plus Fr plus R. Now 3R plus R, we get 4R plus Fr. Now here we have to taking R as a common, therefore 4 plus F into R. Now this is the specific heat capacity at constant pressure. Therefore specific heat capacity at constant pressure for polyatomic gas is 4 plus F into R. Now next, the specific heat capacity of solid. Now specific heat capacity of solid. Now consider a solid. Now this is the solid. In that solid there are n number of molecules. Now we know that, okay, the solids there are n number of molecules, therefore one molecules can't be translation motion, means solid does not undergoes a translation motion, as well as, okay, the molecules are doesn't rotate from its position. Okay, therefore in solid molecules of okay, or in solid atoms does not translate also does not rotate means that atoms does not translate from its position and does not rotate from its position because there are strong bond between the neighboring atoms, but it can, okay, but it has translation motion okay, means sorry, but it has vibrational motion, motion about its mean position. Okay, about its mean position means in a solid the atoms does not undergoes a translation motion, does not undergoes a rotational motion. Okay, only the molecules are undergoes a vibrational motion about its mean position, means these molecules will be vibrate this molecule will be vibrate this, means this each molecules will be vibrates about its equilibrium point or mean position. Okay, and therefore the atoms in one dimension, okay, therefore atoms in one dimension has the internal energy is U is equal to, in vibrational modes the internal energy is kBT. Okay, the internal energy is only depends upon the vibrational energy, therefore internal energy, vibrational energy, okay, contributes the kBT. Okay, vibrational energy contributes the kBT. Okay, this is for one dimension. Okay, in one dimensional the internal energy is kBT. Okay, now the internal energy in 3 dimension. Now internal energy, okay, this is about the vibration is about the only along a x-axis. Okay, now this atoms either vibrates along the y-axis or vibrates along the z-axis, therefore the internal energy in 3 dimension, okay, the internal energy in 3 dimension, for 1 molecules. Okay, for 1 molecules or 1 atoms. Okay, is that internal energy in 3 dimension. In 1 dimension internal energy is kBt. In 3 dimension the internal energy is 3 kBt. Now this is the internal energy of 1 molecules. Now the internal energy of 1 moles. Okay, internal energy of solid, okay, that is total solid, consists of n molecules or n atoms. Okay, now the solid consists of n atoms. Okay, now the solid consists of n atoms or Na atoms. Okay, now in that solid we have considered that Na number of atoms. Therefore the internal energy of solid, that is total solid, the internal energy of total solid consists of Na atoms. That internal energy U is equal to 3 into kBt. Okay, and that solid consists of Na number of molecules. Therefore total internal energy of solid is 3 kBt into Na. Then kB into Na is R. Therefore total internal energy is 3 RT. Now this is the internal energy of solid. Now the specific heat capacity of solid. Now the molar specific heat capacity. Now the molar specific heat capacity, okay, that is Cv is equal to du by dt. Now d by dt of, then what is the U? The internal energy of solid is 3RT. Therefore 3RT. Here 3R is constant, therefore taking outside, then dt by dt. Therefore molar specific heat capacity for solid is 3R. The molar specific heat capacity for solid is 3R. Next we have to find out the specific heat capacity of water. Now for solid the molar specific heat capacity is Cv is equal to R. Okay, therefore we have to write this is equal to the specific heat capacity of solid is 3R. In solid there are no specific heat capacity at constant pressure, because solid doesn't have any external pressure on a solid, means there will be no pressure. Therefore the molar specific heat of constant pressure doesn't present in the solid. Now next point, the specific heat capacity of water. Now for that purpose we have consider that the water is like as a solid, means the water is in the form of ice. Now as we treat a water like a solid, as we treat a water like a solid, because the solid and liquid, okay, the water is in the form of liquid or in the form of solid, there will be a strong intermolecular forces are present. Therefore we have taken water like as a solid. Okay, means there will be, in gases the intermolecular forces are very weak, but in solid and liquid the intermolecular forces are strong. Therefore as we treat a water like as a solid, therefore okay, we treat water like as a solid. Okay, therefore each atoms, okay, for each atoms of solid, for each atoms the average internal energy is, for each atom average internal energy is 3 kBt. We have already see that. Okay, one atom is present. If one atom is present, okay, then in solid one atom is present, then its internal energy is 3 kBt. Okay, therefore in solid for each atom the average internal energy is 3 kBt. Okay, now in water, do you know the formula of water? H2O. Okay, the formula of water is H2O. In water molecules, there are, okay, in water molecules has two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atoms. Okay, therefore there are three atoms are in water molecules. Okay, there are how many? 3 atoms are in water molecules. Therefore the internal energy of one water molecule is internal energy. Okay, there are 3 atoms, therefore 3 into 1 atom, the internal energy is 3 kBt. Therefore there are 3 atoms, therefore 3 into each atoms its internal energy is 3 kBt. Therefore 3 into 3 kBt. Therefore total internal energy of one water molecules is 9 kBt. Therefore the internal energy of one water molecule is 9 kBt. Okay, for 1 moles of water molecule. Okay, for 1 mole of water molecule. For 1 mole of water molecules, the internal energy U is 9 kBt into in 1 moles how many molecules are present? Na molecules are present. Therefore 9 kBt into Na. Then you know that Kb into Na is R. Therefore internal energy U is equal to 9 RT. Therefore the total internal energy of n number of water molecules are 9 RT. Okay, then the specific heat capacity at constant volume. Now the specific heat capacity at constant volume, that is Cv is equal to du by dt. Okay, then d by dt of what is the internal energy? Internal energy is 9 RT. 9 RT. Then 9R taking as a constant, then dt by dt we cancel. Therefore specific heat capacity at constant volume is only C is equal to 9R. Okay, for water we have considered as a solid. Water is not a liquid, therefore there will be no pressure. Therefore there will be no specific heat capacity at constant pressure. Therefore specific heat capacity at constant volume for water is 9R. Okay, then whatever we have to see today, that is specific heat capacity of monoatomic gas, diatomic gas, polyatomic gas, solid, and that is water. All that may be asked in a long theory questions, or maybe asking there are chances of asking a many MCQ questions on today's topic. Now today we have stopped